Hey, this is Kelly with Don't Run with Scissors, your favorite Jeep driving lawyer, mom of twins, three crazy rescue dogs who likes to craft in her spare time, training for Ironman, and has gone back to school to learn ASL. Welcome back. If you're new here, welcome. Go ahead and hit the like and subscribe button. When you do, it sends me a message. It boosts my serotonin and my self-esteem, and yeah. If you're returning, you already know what you're in for. So welcome back. Grab your drink and let's have at it. This will not be a long video. At least that is not my intention as of right now. Now we all know that that could change as I ramble. So yeah. Let's see. Sign of the week. Um, bat. Whoops. Bat. Bat. Shit. Crazy. Yeah, I said what I said. Um, that has become my new favorite signs. Because of a situation going on with a classmate. And yeah. It is so bad that I have gotten, I may be going to the department chair. And I'm not the only one who feels this way in class, and that's really bad. But she has made comments that she doesn't have to sign when our deaf professor is in the class because he can't hear her anyways. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, how am I feeling? Yeah, I'm exhausted. Um, my things to do list, believe it or not, has shrank significantly already since last Thursday. Um, I did turn in my English paper. We only have one more. Thank baby Jesus. All 8 pounds, 6 ounces, baby Jesus. Um, my grade is high enough in my finger spelling class. As you guys knew, I was struggling. Um, I am looking at actually getting a B, maybe even a B plus. So yay! Um, I have no idea how I'm doing in my other ASL class because he hasn't graded anything. He hasn't like told us anything. But he told me I don't need to worry, so I'm not gonna worry. At this point, there's nothing I can do. There are only 2 more weeks of class, I believe. I think we're done on the 23rd. Then we have 5 days off and we go back. Yikes. I did get one of my books for next semester. Several other are, I have to go pick them up, in my spare time. I'm not sure what's going on with my daughter in her classes. She has to handle something, and I don't know if she did or not, but I did remind her, and I'm trying my best, and it's all I can do. My son, yeah, I got nothing. I don't know. Um, I told you guys last week he got the job. Turns out they have decided not to actually hire him. Just really frustrating and really annoying. He's disappointed. And so yeah. I still don't know what we're doing about this convention. He seems to think that I'm footing his bill. I don't know where the hell he thinks that's coming from. I don't know. It ain't happening. Um, who knows? I don't know. I know that he has said it is cheaper for him to fly the last time he looked at flights. Um, and that may actually be still true. I don't know. Um, I know that driving the Jeep to Indianapolis from Detroit is, gas is going to be pricey. But yeah. So I don't know what we're doing. I just kind of roll with the flow anymore. I don't know what else to do with life. Honestly, um, yeah. I have started my Christmas shopping, believe it or not. I've gotten a couple gifts off of Etsy for both kids. I've talked to another friend of mine whose son actually does beautiful woodworking, like with a lathe. He usually makes really beautiful pens. Well, I saw a TikTok the other day and it got my wheels turning, and I called my friend Jason, who I did the 99 bottles of beer on the wall for. Messaged him and I was like, do you think your kid could make me this, like one like this, or like, and so he's supposed to talk to his son. So that's kind of cool, and fingers crossed it works out, because it would be really, really cool. Um, if all works out, he's going to make a handmade conductor's baton for the boy child for Christmas. So fingers crossed. Um, let's see. What did I buy? I bought another boatload of DMC. I have come up with an idea in my head. I don't know if it's going to work. I love the little paper floss drops, but you kind of, like, they can wear out, even if they're the heavier cardstock. So, got my brain turning, and I've been looking for solutions. And then it's like, how do you store them? Because you can't store them like you do the little bobbins in the boxes, which, to be honest with you, I hate those little boxes. I know people, we've all used them. I mean, that's what's been around for eons. I think even when I first started cross stitching at like 7, that's what you used. But you can't put you have to rewind, you have to wind about. No, I want one system that's all my brain can handle. So if you recall, several videos ago I bought the chipboard from Cricut that you can put through your maker, which I have, and I'm going to make the Annie's floss keepers. Intrigue me. They're just like rectangles with the circles, and what I'm thinking is that then I will put like the DMs. What happens is I pull them out of the box for whatever project, and either I finish the project or I don't need that color, and then they sit in a bag here until Bean decides that she wants to help me, or I beg her long enough, and she puts them away for me now. Hang on one second. And that's all well and good, but I'm trying to have a somewhat better system. So what I'm thinking, somebody tell me if I'm right, wrong, or maybe I'm just cuckoo, or all of the above, is I'm going to make these little rectangles out of the chipboard, so they're going to be permanent. Like, I mean, you can't, like, how are you going to destroy chipboard with floss? Like, that doesn't make sense. So I'm going to make these. That means I get to use up the chipboard that I already purchased. And then I'm going to put the floss, like my DMCs in order on the big binder rings, in like groupings, like 0 to 200, 201 to 300, or however it works out. And I'm going to hang those rings on command adhesive hooks. Originally, I was going to go to like IKEA and buy the wire hanger with the little clips, but then I was cleaning out something with Bean and trying to organize something, and I ran across a whole box of command adhesive hooks. And I'm like, and I also purchased some permanent sticker ones. I don't want to use the permanent sticker ones though, because I may not like where I put the rings now right now. Because right now I'm thinking I'm gonna put them on the wall here, which is away from the light from the windows, and then I can just grab the rings down when I'm working. Now my bigger projects, I will probably keep the separate, like their own rings, but we shall see. Right now this is what's in my brain. How this works, I don't know, but that's what I'm thinking right now. Again, that could change in a week. I finished my project for my Wednesday night. I had to, it's not exactly how I had envisioned it, but it's still pretty cool. I have the finger spelling font. It is for my finger spelling class. And so my partner and I built Mr. Rogers' neighborhoods, and we have little envelopes. And so we're going to pretend she's Mr. Rogers and I'm the postman. And we're going to be like, hey, can you help me deliver the mail? And we're on the envelopes are the addresses with the characters' names, and then each person is going to get a separate little house or building with their address on it. And in their envelope that they're delivering is actually a little, like, good luck on exams and a little gift. And the little gift is I stamped on the metal, and I don't know if you can see this, kind of. It's the I love you. It's actually not really ASL, but it's become adapted to ASL. So that's I love you, but that's kind of one of those cute little signs. So they'll get the cute little keychain with the note, little key ring in the note once they deliver their mail, and then they'll get one back. So that's done. I have English in the morning. I finished my paper. For some reason, I had a hard time writing this paper. You would think I would be able to write 1,000 words on just about anything. I mean, it's not like it's that hard to come up with 1,000 words. Yeah. I didn't finish it till Saturday. And it was only the rough draft. And honestly, I only wrote 700 words. I struggled with this paper for whatever reason. I don't know. But I did. I have been biking. We're actually at 2 days in a row. We're hoping to keep that streak alive. I am woefully not prepared at all for Bear Lake. I'm okay. I'm okay if we go out there and do a couple laps. I'm okay if we go out there and do one. Yeah. Low expectations right now. Right now, we are training to train. For those of you who shop at Joann's, I have looked online. It's sold out. This is a Joann's flannel print. It's one of their snuggle fabric flannels. It's got guinea pigs on it. Flosstube World, please help me. If your Joann's has it and you're willing, I will happily pay you not only to reimburse you for whatever you pay for it, as well as for shipping, but I will include a gift as well. Ideally, we could locate 3 yards. If I found even one, I'd be ecstatic. Right now I have I have a half yard. That's really hard to do a whole lot with for the girl. But if I got 3 yards, I could make her pajama pants. And trim a t-shirt to match, so she'd have guinea pig pajamas. And, hello. Is a guinea pig reading a book wearing glasses? Yeah. So that is on my wish list. So if you should happen to, yeah, it's sold out even on Joanne Fabric's website. I can't. That it is what it is. Oh, by the way, we're down 8 pounds in about 2 weeks. So we're making progress. I did go back to the pain management doctor last week. We did injections into my hips of steroids, so my back is actually feeling really much better. He is not sure, like I said, some of the puzzle pieces aren't quite lining up. So we progress forward. We're doing what we do. We need to keep hoping that the ablations keep holding out, working as long as, and then I get to strengthen my core, which will help, as well as dropping weight. The other thing he has said is that likely I am pushing my body really hard as far as having done all of the work that I have done as far as triathlons, and that maybe I need to slow it down and only do one major event a year. Um, if we want to obviously still do Bear Lake, but like we're not going to push to get 50K every year. Like maybe some years we just go out there to do, half marathon distance. Um, and that's okay. Like we're not going to do a 5K swim every year. We're going to, if it's an Ironman focus year, then we do, the 1.2 mile swim or whatever. So that is that. Let's see. I need to sew. It's all pinned. They're burnt cloths. And I have to do the iron-on transfer. I have not cut it yet. I'm going to be honest. I haven't cut it. That is on my agenda. I did not. I have the backup sewing machine closer to me. It was buried under the table. Not buried. It was like in the corner here between the table and the bookshelf, and the dogs lay in front of it. Bean pulled it out for me the other day. But I have not used it yet because I have been working on schoolwork and work and getting a boatload of stuff done. So hopefully soon I will have my sewing machine out and actually sewing on it. Hopefully. Okay, so what besides DMC, the only other thing that I did buy, and right now it is temporarily being housed in my Stitch a Latte bag from Kara from StitchCon. It's totally adorable. So little. So it won't be staying in this bag for much longer because the fabric is due in soon, but this was what I had handy and I didn't want everything to get switched. And what am I talking about? The hands-on design costume party sal, which will be starting soon. I did order the Lady That creates rickrack, and it came with the perforated paper, which is I guess a bonus thing. I don't know. I'm just rolling with it. And I got the little finishing board. This is, I know, I'm on top of this shit. Who am I? I don't know. I've been like possessed by a demon. I don't know. So this is all together. My fabric is due in anytime. No pressure because I don't even know when the sale starts. I don't know. I sign up for the shit. I don't know. Story of my life. I sign up for stuff. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I did work on my Primrose Cottage summertime. Unfortunately, I don't know. I decided to work on it and started at midnight the other day working on it. To which I realized that my stitches looked like a drunken sailor was stitching on it. And so I frogged it all. I frogged all that I had done. But it still counts on working on it because I touched it and I stitched even though I ripped it all off. Still counts. Still counts. In my world, it still counts. Okay, so WIPGO this month. One of my projects to work on is 10 Days On. There is no Planet B. Sal from Clouds Factory from last year. Don't judge me. I did figure out where I was. I've gotten 2 days in on it. I marked my fabric that this is the up versus top because, writing top would have been logical. And yeah, it would have made sense. But I wrote up. So, this is January's block, or block number 1 as we're going to now refer to it as. This is block number 1, and that is the tree. And the tree is actually, believe it or not, almost done. I know. It is on 14 count white Ada, nothing big and major and exciting. If I had to do it over again, which I suppose I could, but I'm not. But if I did, I honestly, I think I would pick like a pretty sky blue. But not gonna happen now. Nope. We're gonna keep working with the white Ada because that's what it's on, and we've already got 2 days into it, and it doesn't look bad. It looks nice. And so I'm not going to fret. Let's see. As far as what wax I'm working with. When I work on this, I work on hazelnut coffee. From Hillbilly Candle Company. I cannot tell you how much I love this. Like, and I will probably go say that every video, just so you all know. Just so you're all aware. Hazelnut coffee smells like hazelnut coffee. It's yummy. And don't ask me why that this is the scent that I put in this packet. I don't know. I know that there is a brand of coffee that is actually like monkey poop. So maybe that's what I was thinking. I don't know. Maybe I'm just crazy. Clearly I'm overtired and I'm a little slap happy. Just so we're all clear. Okay. I did not work on Marine Corps emblem this last weekend because I was too busy doing school and client work and trying to catch things up and not drink myself into oblivion out of, oh my God, I am stressed out. But I did pull out the Under the Sea sale because, you know, the next drop comes on the 25th, and so far so good. I have made it. It may be the day before, but I've always gotten it done in time to start the next one. So I got the 2 little waves in this month so far, and I've started a puffer fish. I know. Yeah. The good thing is honestly, it doesn't, once I sit down and I actually am like not running around like a nut job, and I actually have just a couple hours to stitch, it stitches up fairly fast, each little section. They've broken it down nicely. So sometimes it's a day, sometimes it's a day and a half or 2 days. It's never very long once I'm actually like in the zone. I did not work on Marine Corps emblem because I wanted to give that, I only have one more day to meet the whip goal to do on it. And I wanted to, oh my God, it smells so good. That is amazing. When you open the project bag, because I have wax, like, oh, so my wax in here is, I want to say Sun Your Buns. Because that makes sense to me because it's tropical. Yes, Sun Your Buns is in here. So good. So good. Very tropical, hence in the beach bag with the beach project. So in here is my wax is Mima sugar cookies, which happens to be one of my favorite candle smells ever. Oh, and the guys at Hillbilly Candle Company have come up with spray, like room spray, and what they've actually figured out is, yes, you can just spray your room, which is fine, and they also have a car spray, so your cars can smell. Cannot wait. Cannot wait. If you have like an air filter to your heater or your AC, like once a week, spray a couple spritzes on your filter. Yeah, cannot wait to get mine. And I was joking. I said, you know, if you're selling your house, rather, because they always say bake cookies when you're doing a showing, so that your house smells like cookies. You could totally jinx out on that and just spray like sugar cookies or chocolate chip cookies is another smell. Now, I have not smelled the chocolate chip cookies, but I've heard good things about it from Hillbilly, from them. You could spray that instead. You could buy the room spray this Christmas for the Christmas season, and then you go down to the Sam's Club or the Costco and you buy the cookies, and then what you do is, while they're still garage sailing, this is the best thing, or church rummage sales, you buy the pretty platters for like 50 cents a dollar. I think the most I've ever spent is $2 on them. Okay, so you come home and you wash them because, yeah. Okay, so then you have this really pretty platter and you put, like, get one of them paper doilies that are like super cheap, but whatever. You put one of those down because we're being bougie and fancy. And then you put the Costco cookies on the display. And if you're really, really getting fancy, pick up a bag of Wilton's chocolate. Now, I like the Wilton's. I don't like other flavor. Like, and you melt it in the microwave. Do it in like 30-second interviews. Stir it. When it's all melted, before you put your cookies on your doily, don't do that yet. Lay out some wax paper or parchment paper on your counter. You're gonna take your Costco cookie that you spent lots of time and effort, and you dip the one half into the chocolate. Kind of shake it off so it's not like really coated. Lay it on the parchment paper until it dries. Then you take those and you put those on your rummage sale plate with the doily, and people think and you spray the spray, people are going to think you baked all damn day. Don't ask me how I know. Just go with it. Just go with it. Okay. So, in my bag here with Yoda, which actually, now that I think about it, makes real sense that it's a Yoda bag. It's Star Wars. Okay, I made this bag. It's not perfect, but it's perfect for me. This is where I house my my marvelous solar system sale from Climbing Goats Designs. This was a sale last year. Don't judge me. I'm maximizing on my payments, on what I cost. If it takes me longer, all that means is that I've spread out the cost of the sale and I'm making it more beneficial. I'm enjoying it longer. So, this is Mars. I have 3 more days left on this for this month to meet my WhipGo goal. Actually, I think this is last month's project. Whatever. It is. It's July. We're in July Part B for WhipGo. I've almost got Mars done. Which, it doesn't look like you wouldn't think because it's not huge. It's like a shit ton of color changes. It's very confetti heavy. Does that make it amazing? Absolutely. Does that take it longer to stitch? Yes. And have I messed up some of it? Yes. Did I rip it out? Not on your life. You know why? Because the girl child thinks it's funny. And she doesn't care that closely. It looks enough like Mars that if it's hanging on the wall and you criticize that it doesn't look exactly like the Mars picture from NASA, you know what? You and I aren't friends. Get out of my house. It's that simple. Let's see, what else did I stitch? Oh, I do have one more. Believe it or not. I know. Trying to find the picture. What am I talking about? My custom pattern that I made. This is 1953 Chevy 3100. It's not even written down. I know. Y'all should be impressed. The funniest thing is I went to go buy fabric to make a cute little custom project bag for it, right? And because it's just kind of, I had showed a guy, sent him a picture and everything. He's like, honey, that's a Ford. Honey, that's a Ford. I showed him Nicole's beautiful stitch. It's an artisty pattern, and she's doing it on silk gauze. And he goes, that's really pretty. That's a Ford. Clearly, I suck at identifying trucks. I grew up with a grandfather who worked for Ford. Everything in my world was Ford. This is a Chevy, though. So I've been working on this here and there. I've loaded my pattern into Pattern Keeper. Yo, what did I do before Pattern Keeper when I stitched these big-ass projects? Like, seriously. What did I do? How do people do this? Like, it's crazy how much faster stitching goes and how much more accurate you are. So there we go. We are making progress. We're still not quite at 1%, but we're closing in on it. It needs a project bag. It does not have one. Okay, so that's all that I have done as far as crafting. I have made the little keychains. I have made the little houses. I have showed you the stitch. I have not sewed. I want to sew. Oh, I do have one more thing to show you that I have been working on. Maybe if I don't like unravel it as I maybe. Oh, it's unraveling. Maybe I won't be. It's not like it's not stitched very far. Okay, what is this? This is, y'all, I need somebody who will move in for like a year and get my life organized. This is for Miss Bean. It's an axolotl. A second one has already been requested for a friend's little girl. And then I was thinking, by that time I'll be really good at stitching this or crocheting this, and I'll be able to crochet it maybe out of DMC floss, and it will be itty bitty so that the little friend can take it to school with her in her pocket. And I have literally lost my brain thinking that that's what I'm going to do. But that's in my brain right now, that that's what I want to do. So, and then I thought what would be funny is to hold the little teeny tiny axolotl next to the periodic table. Because if in my brain I have kind of calculated it down size wise, the little axolotl should only be about this big. So, yep, I'm cruising along. Once I figured out that the pattern is actually using British, like UK terms for stitching. So what they call over there a double crochet, it's a single crochet over here. The other thing that I realized that I need to do is invest in some stitch markers. Because I get to the end and I'm like, where did my circle start? Yeah. So that's all I got. I have not even touched Magic Study. I pulled it out of the bin because that's also an August whip go for me. Yeah, so I owe the Space Cell 4 more days, Marine Corps Emblem 1 more, and then 8 more days on No Planet B, and still 10 days on Magic Study. I got a lot to get done. But we're in the middle of finals. And we're coming up into finals. And I'm a little swamped. I've got English class in the morning. I've got to do some homework for my class in the afternoon. Well, it's in the evening. It starts at like 5:30. And so in between there, I have to do my homework, and I have to get with my partner to practice our script. We're signing a scene, well, part of a scene from Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. I'm Dr. Jekyll, apparently. Yeah. So, with that, okay, I told you it was going to be fairly short and sweet. I have to get to bed. I have to be up at the ass crack of dawn. And I did not sleep much last night. For some reason, I did not fall asleep till after 3. And I was back up at like 6:30. It was 6:30-ish. Still not enough. And I have been like going. So hopefully, here's to some more productive days. And yeah, I am actually debating So if we stay the whole time for English class, we get out at 11:30. I could go grab some lunch at like a nearby restaurant, like Taco Bell or whatever, and just stay on campus and just keep working, because otherwise I'm driving 40 minutes back here and I could take a project with me and some office work, and then I'm driving 45 minutes back for 5:30. So we'll see. I don't know what I'm gonna do. If I come back, then I could get my bike done in there too. I could eat on my way, okay, grab something on my way back home. I could come back, I could bike, do my homework, and then head back to campus to meet my partner and do that project. And then come home at night and get ready. I have some homework due for Wednesday night too, before Wednesday night. All these final things before finals. So, fingers crossed, all goes well. You know, we're still slightly overdraining. I know that, but we're back to a level that I can kind of maintain. Like the pain levels are there, but it's manageable. It's especially manageable if I'm spending at least 30 minutes to 45 minutes a day biking. That seems like the extra exercise helps raise your ICP. It's also dropping my weight, which for me raises my ICP. And do some other things that are manageable. The funny thing is, normally, like with the storms here now and the weather going crazy, I would be like in ungodly amounts of pain because my pressure would be so high. That is not the case right now. I'm actually pretty comfortable, which is probably helping my cause, which I'm not going to lift I'm going to be grateful for that right now, to be fair. I did cheat tonight for dinner and just went and got Little Caesars. Do I regret it? Not at all. Not at all. So yeah, there's a couple more flosses I still need. I am starting that was the other thing. I am getting ready to start another full coverage that I've designed. It's actually just a picture conversion for a friend of mine. It will be about between 11 and 12 inches square. I have all but I think like 5 of the flosses that I need to get that started, and I have that fabric. So, and I have it already on Pattern Keeper. So hopefully, maybe I've not like organized the flosses. They're all like in a big Ziploc. Did anybody else notice on their Lizzie, lay down at their Joann's? I just bought floss. Stop. Oh, I just bought floss there yesterday, and some of I brought all regular DMC. It's not like I bought Etoile or anything, just straight up DMC, right? Some of them were bringing up at 48 cents, some of them at 49 cents, some of them at 60 cents. And I had to return something tonight, and I mentioned it, and she's like, bring it. And I said, when I was going through and I was checking off my list and comparing to what I had crossed off as we were pulling, I was missing several. And, like that adds up. Even at 48 cents a skein, that adds up. And yes, I know that you in the UK and other places pay much more than that. And for that, I'm sorry. But it's still, regardless of where we are, it adds up. And not, and she's like, just bring in your receipt. And she's like, and will make sense. And she goes, and if they were supposed to, and she's like, we will refund the difference between the 48 and the 60 cents if for the ones that rang up wrong. And I was like, I'm not saying that they're wrong, because I honestly think on the display it says 62 cents for everything, but I don't like whatever. So I've got to spend the time to sort through to figure out again what is missing on the versus on the receipt, and put like little marks there and stuff, and go back in, and that's just like, so so that's about where we're at. So with that, I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna upload this while I go to bed, and I will talk to you guys all later. With that, if there's anything that I can do, please let me know. reach out to me. Kelly Regal Green on Facebook. I am His Princess Kelly on Instagram and TikTok. Or you can shoot me an email at kelly@kglaw.com. Below, I will link to Hillbilly Candle Company so that you can buy your own wonderful, yummy thread wax. I will link you to my Etsy shop as well. I have not had anything to update yet on the shop. Any new patterns. I just need to get a couple more days of getting caught up on my list, and we'll get some more patterns cranked out. I do have a question though for everybody. There is a pattern everybody seems to be wanting. Not everybody. Many people are stitching the Primrose Cottage autumn rolls. They remind me very similar, like the sayings, of a lot of other pattern companies that have, autumn rolls, fall rolls, whatever. I love the pattern, and I think it's cute. And I have a couple Primrose Cottage stitches. I know I at least have the one. Summertime is that. I want to kind of do it so that you're actually like it's the finger spelling for like go apple picking. It is like sometimes I can't believe how fast my fingers like I'm like I watched the videos of my first finger spelling class in our video that we did, and I'm watching now, and I'm like, the amount of improvement is insane. But so my question is, if I'm doing my own like letters, like totally using my own letters, and I mean I could probably come up with like a little squirrel on my own font or like little motif or an apple or whatever. Do I still even like in her list of her colors that she used, if I use the same colors, let's just say I use the same colors, the same DMCs, do I buy her pattern or do I just use the picture as inspiration? What would you do? Because I know how I feel, but then I talk to two friends in the area and they're like, why would you buy the pattern if you like just I mean just using somebody's colors isn't an issue, and they're like a lot of people use the same wording, so like I wouldn't be using the same font, and the spacing in between them, in between the sections, is likely going to be different because of the difference in the finger spelling look. And so yeah, and then the question becomes, if I take the time to like totally chart it basically over, or a new one, if all I've done is taken the colors and maybe the word order, like the rule order, would you resell the pattern? I don't know. What do you guys think? Like the lawyer in me has one answer. And then the designer in me, the stitcher in me has one answer. And then I've talked to two friends, and they're both like, what are you talking about? Like, why wouldn't you just do your own thing and not worry about it, even if you use the same colors? So let me know what you think down below. With that, again, I'm going to bed, and I will talk to you guys all that next week. Hope you have a good week. Again, feel free to reach out, and we'll talk soon. Bye.